What's up, y'all? This is Duana, aka Glamazon1026, and welcome to the kitchen. I don't know if a lot of you guys know, but one of my favorite things to do is cook and bake. And every Christmas Eve that we're home and not traveling, I do this thing called a pajama jam, where we make baked goods, drink hot cocoa, and watch Christmas movies. And that is a tradition that I brought from my home. And then I would like to keep it going for my children and my children's children and my niece, my little niece Bailey Boo. Anyway, so today I'm going to show you how to make my double chocolate salted caramel brookies, which is a mixture of a brownie and a cookie, and hot cocoa from scratch. Now, I know it sounds very chocolatey, but I am a chocoholic, so it's perfect for me. You are more than welcome not to do any of this if you don't want to, but just watch. It's a fun time, okay? And let's get started. First, we want to get our mise en place ready. So we have a cup of flour. This is unbleached all-purpose flour. We have 3/4 cups of brown sugar in this and 1/4 cup of white sugar in this. We have 1/2 cup of cocoa. This is about 1/2 cup of mini morsels. This is 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, as well as 1 teaspoon of baking soda and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. We also need 1 egg, the morsels that you're going to put in the actual cookie. And then because these are going to be sea salt caramel brookies, I'm gonna put in these Nestle Toll House filled sea salt caramel baking truffles. You also need 1.5 sticks. Oh, no, sorry. 1.25 sticks of unsalted butter that has been room temperatured already, okay? All right, so first things first, we are going to mix our dry ingredients. I'm gonna put my flour and the baking soda and salt into the sifter, and I'm going to sift it, so make sure that it's nice and, what's it called? Every time I make these cookies, I make them differently, so I don't really have a recipe, even though I know baking is a science, but I have a general idea of what I'm gonna do. And then we're going to add the cocoa to it and sift that as well. You can take your whisk and mix it together so that it's all nice and, mixed up. But we're just gonna set that to the side for right now, okay? So here in my KitchenAid stand mixer, we're going to start mixing the wet ingredients. Okay, so in this bowl, we are going to put our brown sugar and white sugar, and we're gonna put our vanilla. While we're beating this, I'm gonna put the morsels, the mini morsels, we're gonna put them in the microwave to just melt them a little bit. You wanna add the remaining stick of butter to the mixer and just beat everything until it's nice and fluffy. Now we're adding our egg, and we're going to scrape down the batter from the side of the bowl and then just whip everything till it's nice and fluffy. Once the chocolate chips and the butter are melted, we're going to add that into the batter slowly just to make sure that it is all nice and incorporated. Then we're slowly going to add the dry ingredients. Then just keep whipping it until everything is nice and mixed up. All right, look at that batter. Delicious, delicious fudgy brookie batter, okay? So now here comes the fun part. We're going to add in some of these semi-sweet morsels. Just a little, because we're also putting in the, that's like, I want to say it's not even a half cup. But we're putting in this, these sea salt caramel toffees. So that's why I only put a little bit of the chocolate chips in there. Move that to the side and mix this with my hand. Actually, I feel like it could use some more. Once you finish mixing everything by hand, you want to make sure that you refrigerate the dough. It needs to be in the fridge at least 30 minutes, but it can stay in there overnight. Now that the dough is in the fridge, we can begin working on our hot cocoa. Okay, so the cocoa is a very, very easy recipe. Basically, what you do is you start with your heat on medium. It should be coming up shortly. And then you want to put 1/4 cup of cocoa. And then if you times that by 2, that's a half. So you want to put twice the amount of sugar that you put in the cocoa. I know that sounds like a lot, right? And then this is just a little bit of water to kind of mix it up. You basically just want enough water so that the cocoa does not burn. You also want to add a pinch of salt. Maybe 2 pinches, that's it. So you want to leave that on the stove until it boils up. So you see it's boiling up, nice and boily. After it boils, you take it off the fire and add your milk. So this is 2 cups of whole milk. I feel like whole milk just makes hot chocolate really nice and creamy. Then you're going to turn your heat back on to medium and mix it all up together. This recipe is super easy to remember. Just remember to square everything. So 1/4 cup of cocoa, 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 cups of milk. We're gonna keep the milk on the stove and we're not gonna let it boil this time. We just wanna heat it up. So make sure you watch your pot. Okay, so you see, milk is nice and hot. We can turn it off the stove now, right? And then we are going to put in a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract. That's a secret ingredient. I have another secret ingredient that's about to come right now. Bam. See this? Add this to your hot chocolate. Add it right now. Add it. It is delicious. Okay, so you just, after that, you're just gonna take a little bit of the cinnamon and you're just gonna like, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, okay? We're just gonna stir that up some more and then move it off of the stove to let it cool down so you don't burn your tongue. We're back and we're about to put the cookies in the oven. So you wanna make sure that your dough is nice and firm. This could actually have been left in a little bit longer, but right here I have an air bake baking sheet. This is what I bake all my cookies on because it is virtually impossible for you to burn your cookies on this cookie sheet. And let me tell you something. I be forgetting things in the oven. I burn things all the time. So, air bake, I got them from Bed Bath & Beyond. So you want to just drop your cookies right on the cookie sheet. I use a tablespoon scoop to do that, to get my perfect cookie shape. And then you put them in the oven for about 9 minutes at 350 degrees. When you take them out, they'll be a little bit under, but the residual heat will continue to cook them, and then you'll get the perfect chewy brownie cookie texture. Then you want to grab your mug and pour in your hot chocolate. If you find that it is still too sweet, or if you want to kind of like water it down for the kids, you can add some more milk to it. Just make sure that that milk is warm or else it will cool it down drastically. So I don't have whipped cream because I don't like whipped cream, but you can put whipped cream on this. You can put marshmallows on this. You can put any flavored syrups you like in it, like peppermint or caramel or vanilla, like French vanilla, anything. This is a great base hot cocoa. All right, and here we have it. Cookies and cocoa. Okay, y'all, I'm ready for my pajama jam. Are you ready for your pajama jam? Delicious. Delicious again. Guys, if you like this video, be sure to give me a thumbs up down below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure that you click the notification bell so that you can be a part of the Glam Fam and know exactly when I upload. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Glamazon1026, and I will see you guys next year. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays.